Hey, Armand and Melvin here to give you the forecast for the week of March 8th, 2021. Due to Neptunian circumstances, this is the third time I am trying to record this video. I probably will forget most of the stuff that I wanted to say, which is good. It'll make it a nice short video, and maybe I'll remember the important stuff, or maybe I'll think of something new. It doesn't really matter because it's a very Neptunian week. And so we don't expect things to be flowing in a nice Saturnian logical sequence this week. So, just kind of go with it. It's just, this might not be the best forecast ever, but hey, what is it? It's 5 minutes to watch on YouTube. Okay, so this week we do have the moon coming into the new moon, which is on Saturday. And so it is a time of sort of winding things down, except for the fact that when all the planets are bundled together as they are now, it's actually a time when there's a lot of energy. It's not a lot of perspective, but there is a lot of energy, it's a lot of stuff going on. It's a kind of frenetic sort of feel to the week. Being very busy, handling things one thing after another, and not really having much in the way of a sense of perspective, which means it's not a good time to be making decisions. If you have anything to do this week that is important and practical, I would suggest doing it on Monday, which is pretty much already past for most of us, and Tuesday, which is already getting a little bit nebulous. So it's a very short window of opportunity to get stuff done. Hold off on major decisions. He's going to jump. Hold off on major decisions Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So next week I'll tell you. It's really we're not in a spot for making good practical decisions at all, and it's not a good time to start using your new webcam and things like that either. I'll tell you what. So the way I would look at it is that this is a great week to chill out, take a little vacation, if only in your mind. It's a good time to do creative projects, but not like really looking for a product, just sort of playing with ideas. It is a good time for meditation and things like that. Although, with the Neptunian energy strong, especially when the sun conjuncts Neptune each year, there is this kind of like we sort of leave the Saturnian realm of practicalities and wind up in the sort of the archetypal realm, the imaginal realm, which is wonderful. It's great stuff. But even there, you don't want to take things too seriously. You don't want to assume that you have too much certainty about what's going on in those realms any more than you do in the Saturnian practical realm. So it's a really bad time to, let's say, for example, make a big real estate decision or buy a car, heaven forfend, or something like that, a major investment, things. This is not a good time for that practical stuff. But when it comes to stuff that you might look at as being a little bit more, spiritual, but, it's, take the trip, but be aware that you're not necessarily looking at things in a realistic way there either. Right. So this week is a trip to the amusement park, right? And you could be in the fun house, you could be in the tunnel of love, you could be in the haunted house, you could be on the roller coaster. But it's not really the case that what you're looking at is going to be so real. The people that you're dealing with are not really heroes and demons and gods and goddesses and stuff. They're really just people. And, they're playing a part in your movie and you're playing a part in theirs. And this is a good week to remind yourself that it's a movie. If it's a good movie, enjoy it. And if it's not a good movie, well, then try to leave the theater and come back at a time when, maybe we're at a better part of the movie. Try not to take it too seriously. It's hard. I mean, you do sort of have to take it seriously, right? But you don't want to get overly wrapped into things this week. Later next week, we're going to start to get a little bit more perspective as the moon pulls away from the bundle of planets, and we'll have time to look back and see what was going on over here. This is the new moon in Pisces on Saturday. New moon in Pisces is a great opportunity to sort of hit the reset button. It's, what it is? It's I don't know if this is really true. It's a little bit like hitting the snooze alarm. We're almost to the Aries ingress, the start of the new year in astrology, and it's not it's the beginning of springtime in the northern hemisphere. And we're going to have the Aries ingress, and then we're going to have Venus is going to come into Aries, and then we're going to have the Aries new moon. It's this whole time of beginning. And really, to tell you the truth, this is the time before that. This is the 4 a.m. of the year. This is the time before the dawn. And it's a good time to sort of chill out, relax, and get a little bit of rest. You know, yeah, the time is coming, but it's not here just yet. When is it going to be here? Yeah, we'll talk about that next week or sometime in the future.